We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover.
They love their football in this part of the country, and this crowd is ready to go as their guys will match up
with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Play action. Prescott. Flushed out right. And his first pass is incomplete.
I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Off the play fake, Prescott. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Prescott yet again.
Left side to Lamb.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Prescott now from the 50. And that's Elliott, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. From the red zone now, Prescott. And that is caught. Oh, what a catch at the 5-yard line.
And oftentimes we think about statement drives in the second halves of games, especially in the 4th quarter. But here, it's happening early, a definite statement. They've held on to the ball for a healthy portion of this 1st quarter already. And now after that completion, they're set up 1st and goal.
Here's Prescott. Flush to his right. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown. Blake Jarwin, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Zerline good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. And that time the tackle by Malik Hooker.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd and 5. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
He's going to let this one go deep. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Play action now. Prescott sliding out of the pocket. He finds his man complete. That's Logan. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30. Yard line.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on third down.
And some room to work. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
They currently sit one game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
Second down, another run with Taylor.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
They'll get this off to Taylor.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay.
So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And this ball is going to be touched down just shy of midfield. Play fake. Here's Prescott. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
William Jackson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
Pittman with a great grab.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
Boy, that completion comes with a high degree of difficulty, especially on the catch. Had to look that one in one-handed, able to do so, and ends up picking up a first down as well.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And a quick throw here, that's complete. His 2nd catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
And Taylor, I don't think he got there. No, he did not. Unable to break free, and he's marked short. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This will be fielded at the 17. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Prescott off play action. Rolling to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Now Prescott. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Escaping the pressure right. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Now a handoff looking right. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen in the end of halves.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Flushed out right. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They're going to look to throw.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Prescott from the gun. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots.
And Prescott, his 3rd interception.
Carlton Davis picks it.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
And it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw, Prescott. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Now Greg Zuerlein. We all remember the 57-yarder that sent the Rams to the Super Bowl. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. This taken in at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
Second down, another run with Taylor.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Back to throw now on first down. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. This is Taylor. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 59 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll run here with Taylor. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find it.
And they'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Jonathan Taylor with his 16th touchdown of the year. And Washington able to make this a close game again. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. They'll run it here with Logan. Up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
They'll run on first down. It's Logan. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
2nd and 12. Hands it off out of the gun.
4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball-controlled football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Escaping the pressure right.
That is caught by Lamb. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 28.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
Down to about the 22 here.
77 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Prescott. The tight end Jarwin with it out on the left side. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right.
Touchdown, Cowboys! A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Cowboys are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Zerline good with a PAT, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
This fielded right at the goal line.
And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. So both teams trade touchdowns in the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Taylor. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be a 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Washington on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
He'll look to throw.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Oh, he bowls over it. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And Washington has made this a one-score game. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble of bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Montez Sweat. This guy is in a zone. Remember, he had a sack hat trick last week. That got him NFC Defensive Player of the Week. Another one right here.
I love how you phrase that, in the zone, because I'm a firm believer that like a running back, like a quarterback, when guys get hot and get locked in, the same thing happens for guys getting sacks. Their moves are working, and they're getting home and putting guys on the ground.
And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Able to find a seam for 14 yards, but still now facing a fourth down after the scramble. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep.
And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And now off to the races down the right side. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big play there on the catch and run. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
On the handoff, Taylor.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
86 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor.
His second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year.
And Washington has retaken the lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that will make this a 4-point game.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. On 2nd and 10, Prescott. Incomplete.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
This one to Jarwin over the middle. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Going for it all. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Well, with that touchdown pass, I'm going to bring up a point from earlier in the year. Some of the fans were saying, when do we turn to the rookie? Well, he's looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, I love the fact that the fans are bringing that up because I'm not the head coach, okay? So he's got to deal with it. But I think it's a legitimate question. With the way their season is going, I think now is the time to turn the page and let him get some starts before this season is over.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Here's Dak. He's got Ferkser. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now Prescott. Being chased out left. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Now Dak. It's a loss of 11 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. He's going to let it fly.
And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Here's Prescott.
Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on 1st down.
To throw, Prescott.
Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Prescott.
Eluding the pressure right. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
So it's Washington getting the victory here.
And it took a big 4th quarter to do it, but bottom line, they got the job done.
Yeah, it is the bottom line, isn't it? A few anxious moments along the way, though. A few sweaty palms, not just for the team, but for their fans. As you mentioned, down going into the 4th quarter. How about the rally? How about the comeback? Getting it done on both sides of the ball, holding them when they needed to, and finding ways to get points when they had the football.
So for Washington,
it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York.